to start on how to manage these kinds of programs. So in this case, like this is a database that will have been provided. So they want you to do what? To customize or to design a database and create this particular event table. So after creating this particular event table, now you'll be able to manage how to handle queries in this particular given case here. Because Access, it only revolve around queries, forms, and reports. So we have also the advanced skills that will be able to embark on in Microsoft Office Access. But since this is the basic fundamental of Access, after this concept of basic, I'll now start working on advanced level of MS Access so that you'll be able to know how to create a relationship between tables and how to link two tables together. So in this particular given case, I have just introduced the first class. Our first class is how you can be able to create a table. After knowing how to create a table, now you'll be able to do it. To know how you can be able also to interact with the other things like creating relationships, then also creating queries, forms, and reports. So in my case here, I'll just pop up the work that I had given as an assignment so that we can be able to understand how this work was to be solved in this particular given case. The same question where our unit is trying to raise an alarm. It happened to enter values, but the values are not accepting. So how can she do? So where you have that problem, you go and refer to what I'm doing here so that you can be able to understand. So the question is saying create a database name, my work, to hold the following information. So when you look at this, you need to have your database. And we said for you to start access, you will go and click start, then you type access. When you type access, you just click on it. So when you click on it, the first thing that you need to do is you have to come and click blank database. Most of the times you need to design a database. Since they have given us database name is my work, so you click blank database, then you type here my work. So you type here my work here. After typing my work, you come and click create. So when you click create, this particular given my work, you need to have to design a table. For example, when you load your access and then you find yourself here, now you need to go and click home. After clicking home, you go to view, then you choose your design view. So design view, we can look at the kind of data that we have. If we have this particular given data belong to a certain company, we can easily assign that table name. So in this case, we have not been provided the table name, but from the reasoning capacity, we can understand this type of table is for a particular company. So you can just assign it to be what? Maybe choice text solution. Choice text solution. So this kind of table now, when you look at it, it will be able to do what? To be generated. So you come and click OK. When you click OK, the table will be formed here. So this choice I take solution. Now I said also we have three fields. The first field is in field name, data type, and description here. So these three fields, when you look at them, they have their own work they normally do. So in this particular given case, we have the employee ID here. But now in our table, we don't have that ID. We have the name. So in this name, I'll have to copy it here. Then I'll type name. After typing name, I'll have to do it to specify. The types of values that are entered here, they are text. The types of values here, they are text. So I'll have to select here text, short text. Choice, you are not around, and these things is what I was explaining yesterday. Text is used, short text is used to capture only values that are in form of what? Words. But long text is a combination of words and letters and numbers in this particular given case. Then numbers is used to record only numerical values. For example, age. Age is a kind of field that we can enter as a number. Then we have also the large numbers. Large numbers, those are extended numbers, which are in terms of millions and so on. And then we have also this one, date and time. It's used to capture date of a given person or a given entity. Then we have also date extended. So this one, apart from date, it also provides the time in this particular given case, the exact time. But this one only provides the date. This one you can easily write the amount in words, depending on the way you assign. Then we have currency is used to record monetary terms fee. We can then auto number, those are just numbers that appear automatic. There's no need of writing them. You just type as it appear automatic. Then yes or no, they require logic to be yes or no. For example, if the value it's not matching, you can select no. If it's matching, you select yes. Then we have all objects. We have all object. All object is used to link different types of objects here. It's used to link different types of objects. So for example, the word OLE stand for object linking investment. Object linking investments. So this object of linking investment, you can link clippers and also you can link graphs in our case here. Then we have hyperlink. Hyperlink is used to connect email addresses of a given person. For example, if a person has an email address, you can assign that field to be a hyperlink. Then we have attachments. You can use attachment to link different sources. For example, if you are working in Access, you can link it in Excel. So when you link it in Excel, automatically you can borrow fields from Excel and you manage them in Access. Then we have calculated. Calculated is used to calculate values. In Excel also we have, we normally have ways in which you can calculate values. I'll be showing you, but in most of the cases, that's not for your level. Most of the people who have done the database management advanced level, they normally work with what? Calculated. Then we have lookup wizard. Lookup wizard is used to refer values from the pop-up list. And yesterday I showed some of the on how you can be able to use lookup wizard. In our case, you should be able to know how to use the lookup what? The lookup wizard here. So in our case here, we have just started with this one. In case you find such like a table, you want to customize it or to design. First, you need to identify the fields that are on the top. So the fields that are on the top here, they specify which kind of values that you should be able to enter in. So that's why I've started to explain those particular given fields here. In this particular given case, when you look at name, you have text values on it. So these text values, when you look at them, you'll come and assign here text, short text. We have also here name. Under name, we have now basic pay. Basic pay is also another way we can assign it to what? Numbers. Do you think it's numbers? This one is currency. Then we have also this one, which is department. Department here. When you look at the department, in our case here, it belongs to short text. But in some scenarios, if you want to customize, you want to be very easy, you just click here, then you choose lookup wizard here. When you choose lookup wizard, now you will customize the values. So you say, I will type my value that I want. After selecting that, you click next. When you click next, you come and click here. Then you can type the first department here. It can be computer. So if it's repeating itself, you will skip it. Then we have the next one is finance. For typing finance, we have also research. Research. Do we have another one? Do we have another one here? We don't have. So you only pick the common, the distinct values, not the ones that are repeating themselves. You pick the distinct values. Then from there now, you have to click next. Then you will finish. So this field now, it will be short text, but now it will have been customized. You will not be typing those values. You will be just picking from the list. Then we have H here. H also is a kind of value that you should be able to know. H, it's under numbers here. When you look at number, those are values that don't have any kind of symbols. Any kind of value that do not have any measure of units, you assign it to be number in this particular given case. Now let us look at the employment date. The employment date, when you look at it, it seems to be like dead. So what you need to do is just click here, then you select to be what? To be dead here in this particular given case. So when you look at this, something like a key, it has been specified here. Something like a key here, it has been identified in our case here. So this key, it normally prevents duplication of files. So in such a case, our major problem for UNITA, she did not remove this primary key. So that particular given case, the first row will be accepted. But if that value is repeating in the second row, it won't be accepted. So in this case, you can only assign primary key to unique IDs, like employee ID and student ID. But in such a case, you can still remove under name here because we have high chance of naming two people with one name. So we can only assign these on unique identification only, unique identification numbers only, like employee number, and also what? Apart from employee number, we have student ID or a product ID. So in this case, you just click here, then you go and click primary key. And remember, sometimes if you don't see the primary key here, you just click table design, then you select what? Primary key here. So you have removed. Now, once you're done, you go and click view, then you choose datasheet what? Datasheet. So when you click datasheet view, you'll come and select yes, because now you'll have saved the file. Now from this kind of list, you'll have to do what? You have to type your values here. So here is what wastes a lot of time. Here is what wastes a lot of time. You need to be very sharp in typing so that if at all you can be given such a question, you'll be working with it very, very fast. You don't need to waste a lot of time. And sometimes you look at the way data has been typed in. Like me, I'm doing a mistake here. For example, the data was typed in small letters. Me, I'm typing in capital letter. But it's not for my case here. What I want you to do now is to master the way data has been recorded. And that one, it gives a good characteristics of what? A secretarial person. So in this case, I'll just type the names like this, Susan, this particular given case. So this area, you should take the least time, like 5 minutes to enter the data. Because when you will waste a lot of time, you will spend a lot of time here. And sometimes when you find this one, it is in what? It is in dollars. You can still modify it to look like natural numbers. So instead of having dollars like this, you can still go back to your table, you right click, then you choose design view. Under design view, we normally have something here. When you click currency here, you will have to go to format here. When you click format, you'll have to select here in this particular given case. So we have different ways in which you can identify. So you can just assign it to what? General number in this particular given case. You assign general number in this particular given case. So if you assign it to be general number here, now the numbers will not be having simples. It will be appearing as a whole number in this particular given case. So when you go back to datasheet view, you save it. Automatically, that one, it will not have any kind of special symbol that you'll be able to assign. So let us assume it's 15,000. 15,000. We have this one, it's 17. 1, 2, 3. We have this one, it is 19. 1, 2, 3, like that. So you see, this work, when you know them, it will be very easy. Like for example, here we have a difference of what? 2, 2, 2. For a clever student, if you know the range, you can still just type offset so that you save a lot of time. The difference is 2, 2, 2. Like here, you can type it 20 to 29, like that. Then we have this one. We have also, it seems I have skipped one value, but I'll just type it in. This is 30, 31, like that. Then here we have departments. Department, I have used a drop-down list, so I'll just select it in. Like in this case, we have computer twice, we have finance, we have also research. We have research twice again. Then we have also computer here. You can type computer, then you type finance. You select finance like this, like that. Then you have to type here 34. 34. You just select before. You need to begin that 444. 44. We have also 33. Then we have 33 again. We have 25. 25. We have this one. We have this one easy. 26. We have this one easy. 20. Right. Then we have this one is 20, 29. Then we have this one is 29. Let us just put it 29 again. Then we have 20 and 4 like that. Then from there, it was just right. So I just added done. So you can delete this row. You delete the record. Also delete this one because it's not needed. Then we have employment date. Employment date is not clear. You need to adjust it to be clear. So we have 12 stroke 12 stroke 18 like that. And then we go to this one. We have 11 stroke 11 stroke 18. 11 stroke 11 stroke 18. Then we have 10 stroke 11 stroke 18. Then we have this one 9 stroke 10 stroke 10. Then we have this one also. We have also this one 7 stroke 10 and stroke 18. Then we have 6 stroke 9 stroke 18. Then we have this one 5 stroke 7 stroke 18. Then we have 4 stroke 8 stroke 18 like that. Well, you can still add another one. Everything is 80. Can still add something like that. So that's how it depends now in this case. So once they are done, you can now visualize your table to see if it's okay in our case here. Now, the problems that I have, like most of the students, when you start to teach, they become absent. So you keep on repeating the same thing again and again, Baka you waste another student who was following up. So in such a case, you find someone who has missed this section, and tomorrow is opening the eyes, he wants you to repeat the same thing. So this thing, it's once and for all. When someone passes here, if you have not been in class, you find yourself confused and you create a burden to other students. So that's why I like most of the people, if you are in this class, you pay more attention. Let us be unique, different. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Umejoin? Hey. But
Hello.
the part that I have started here,
Yes.
if you miss it, I don't think if I can manage to repeat. Yes, try to join. Nataka ku create a room hata mimi nikunywa chai nikuwe na free time yangu. So after entering these kinds of data here, after entering this type of data, you see, someone is saying he has joined na simuoni. Nikishaenda kesho asubuhi ataniamsha, sijaelewa hiyo kitu. So
Anyway,
Festus.
Festus is doing.
So you find yourself having so many burdens. Now you had one class which was to be covered in one session, in this case. So when we wait, it delays us. Learning is very difficult when students don't cooperate.
Excuse me.
You see now the part that I want to start, if you miss, you miss it. Now when we come to revision, you find someone cannot even participate in the revision. We want you also to start typing as he look at it. Let us wait him for 1 minute.
Let me ask you. Nataka kukuuliza mwalimu.
Yes.
I don't know how you'll consider me because I have a class at 6:30 in the morning. So
You normally have a class at 6:30
okay, I have a class tomorrow at
tomorrow.
6:30. Yes.
I will wait for
So
you. That's a non-excuse.
and a non-excuse.
Unknown, not unknown.
So you have to consider me. I have to.
Mr. Festus, kindly, if you are lying to me, tell me I'm lying to you. Because where I've started here, we need to go together. Sijakuona bana. And imagine niko kwa record, I'm recording a call now instead of recording a class. Sijakuona hapa. Join kwa Zoom. Haya, Mr. Festus. Hello. Now, when you look at this particular given program, I said access is not something that you can wake up early, then you start to use it. If you have not been in class, you find a lot of challenge and you'll start to overwhelm yourself because you have not been in class and the teacher has already passed that particular given place. So you find a challenge, even interacting with the other students during revision, it becomes difficult. So when I set a class 9:30, let us be in class 9:30 so that we save time for the others. Assume someone has been in class. Wewe utakuja, akuja akungoje the following day. Huyo mwanafunzi atafeel tiresome sana na ataachana na hiyo class. So if we agree we meet at 9:30, let us meet at 9:30 to make our work easier. Repeating ourselves is not something that someone can guarantee.
Yes.
We have few days for someone to go to an exam. And this is the foundation. If you miss this one, nitakupata kwa DPMS, utaanza kuniuliza maswali za access. Nitakwambia refer to access. If you do not sit in access class, go and learn again, then you come back. So when you look at this, we have already created the database. Now we want to do what? To query the database using different types of queries. Like for example, if someone wants you to create a query to display the name that has letter P, to display a name that has letter P. So in this case, you normally go to create, then you choose query design. Like for your module 2, except UNITA, those who are doing ICT, module 2 utakuwa unatumia query, SQL query. But for diploma 1 or certificate 1, you use query design. Because for this one, utakutana na in DPMS. Kuna unit inaitwa DPMS, ndo ina build foundation ya standard query language and my standard query language. Then from there, so utaingia kwa Oracle, ujue how you can develop a database which can be used to monitor or to collect data from different sources. So in this case, this is just an overview. But if you miss the foundation level, it has to be a challenge in the next step. So when you want to create a query, you go to query design here. After clicking query design, some of the offices unaweza pata shule inatumia Office 2010, unaweza pata ingine inatumia Office 2016, ingine inatumia 2024, like the one I'm using is 2024. So if you find such like an office, usikue too very clean. Try to navigate your eyes on the screen. Uone, what can I do here to make my table appear? Like here, you drag this one. After dragging this one, you can now double click inside like this. But in other office, when you go to query design, you'll see the table automatically appearing here. But for the latest programs, you create a table, then you find that it's not there. So you need to drag it here like this. You drag this side at the center of your table here. And sometimes you may be creating a table na upate iko ready kwa queries. So unaanza kuangalia iko na supervisor amekuwekea majo. So usikaa hapo tu unajaribu kuinteract na the tools uone ni nini iko hapo. And you be crazy ndio hiyo program iko accept. Lakini ukikaa useme sasa I want tables here, let me see, utapata iko kwa link. Na uchikute you cannot locate your table. So ukifika hapa table haiko. Automatically you'll find a challenge. So try to be crazy. Anything that you have not made in classwork, try to click mpaka uone what is needed for all these menus. So from there now you drag it. After dragging, now you double click here. Now you have to point on one of the fields here, and then you drag it to the first column. After dragging it to the first column here, now you'll need to do what? You'll need to specify. For example, if I want names that have letter P. So when I go to my query, I'll come and click here, then I type P star like this. P star, it means names that have letter P in our case here. Then I go to query design and then I run it. When you run, you'll see Peter 15,000 computer in our case here. So when you run a query, you need to save it. You can right click, then you click save. So you can save as a PPP like that, because those are names that start with the letter P. So when you save your query, it normally pops up here in this case. Now, after saving, you can click the X button to close it like that. For example, I want people who have letter K. I'll go to create, then I'll select what? Query design. When I select query design, I'll have to drag it here like this. Then I double click. From double clicking now, I'll have to point here, then I drag it down. After dragging down, I've said I want people who have letter K. So you'll go and click under criteria. And you need to ensure all these have been checked. All these have been checked, except the one that is outside your values. So when you click here, now you have to type K star like that. K star like that. Then you run. Sometimes you find yourself run is not there. So you go to query design, then you'll see run like that. So you click run direct. Is when you'll be able to see such a query. Then you right click. You see the name has letter K. It's here. You right click, you save it. After saving, now you can type there KK like that. Then you click OK. You can also right click. You click what? Close. Or you just click the X button there. You will close the query like that. Let us say I want a name that has letter A in my database. And this database, don't think it will be small database like this. You'll be working with big data. So you try to sort out the values based on the way you want it. So this is just a small database, but in the real sense, we normally have big data that you normally interact with it when you are in an organization. Hata inaweza kuwa store, una sort out vitu vyenye viko kwa store. So lazima you need to know. Inaweza kuwa database ya employees, database ya books, database ya contacts. So database, it can be in form of 1,000 rows. So it's easy to use query to query the table. Then we have maybe name that has letter A. So you go to create query what? Design here. Then you have to drag this one here. After dragging, you double click on the title, then you drag it down here. So if you drag it down, now it will be A in this case. So A, it will be A, then you put a what? A star. A, you put a star like that. Then you have to query design, then you run it like that. So it will be and blah, blah. Then you right click, you save it. After saving it, you save it, then you come and close it like that. Now, this was fast if it starts with a given letter, but if it ends with, for example, it ends with the letter S. So you just go to create query what? Query design. You go to create query design, then you drag it here. So if it ends with, now you put a star first. You normally put a star first. For example, it ends with the letter S. So you go to this one, then you put what? Star. You put star, then S, in this case here. After putting star S, now you have to select the query, then you run it. When you run, you will see the query, which has name that ends with the letter A, letter S, like in Charles, James, Thomas, like that. And that's how you should be able to work with this particular given case here. So you have to right click, and then you save it. Then you can say SS in this case. So when you right click, you close it, or you click the X button. I want to see the names that has N. I want to see the names that has N. So I'll go to what? I'll go to create. I'll go to create. Then I choose what? Query design. Query design. So when I click query design, I'll drag it here. Then I'll double click, I drag it here. So after dragging, I have to select what? The name that has letter N on my case here. So I'll have to type here star. You start with star. Then you type what? N. After typing N, you go to query design. Then you come and select run. So immediately when you run, the query will display names that ends with the letter N. For example, John and Susan, like that. Then you right click, you save. Then you save NN, like that. So it will depend with the way the question has been asked you to save it in that case here. Now, if at all it has star both sides, if it has star both sides, for example, a name that has character A, a name that has character A. So you go to create query design here. If you select query design, you have to drag this one first. I've said this one, it will depend on the office that you are using. Most of the offices, when you go to create query design, you'll see already it will pop up here. Not all office programs you'll be dragging like the way I'm doing here. These are latest programs that will need to interact with it the way it comes. But in most of the old programs like Office 2010, Office 2016, Office 2021, and Office 2019, you don't need to drag it. You'll just see this square here appearing automatically. So when you double click here, you have to drag it here. So I've said I want the values that have letter E. If I want values that have not letter E, character A, so I have to put star both sides. So I'll start by shift star, then I put A, then I come and also put a star. So this implies the names that have a character what? A in my case here. After typing, I'll click query design, then I click run. So you'll see Kamau, Charles. So it doesn't matter where A is, so long as it has letter A in that case. So you can right click, then you save, you put what? AA, like that. Then you close like that. And that's how you should be able to interact in my case here. So if I told someone who want to mark this paper, he will come and double click. You will see your values. This is AA. So it means this was a name that has character what? Character A in my case here, like that. So this, it is a name that starts with the letter A, that. This one, it has KK, name that has letter K. Yeah, this one is NN, the name that ends with the letter